What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Methos Cushionada from the channel Frost and Fists.
And I am L Freak, same channel.
And welcome to this video. And in this video, we got us a little battle report. Nothing super pro, but we're having us a game. We haven't had a game in a while, and we've been itching for one. So it's again going to be
Starting to get a rash.
Space Wolves. You should get that checked out.
Yeah, I know,
versus
right?
Imperial Fists. So we've got a fun game planned for today.
We haven't done it in a while. We haven't done a Space Wolf versus Imperial Fist game in a while.
I think our Comet games have been AdMech versus Fist. So this is going to be another Comet game because we haven't played that in a while.
Yep.
It's going to be Wolves versus Fist.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Comet game, basically at the beginning of the third turn, a comet lands somewhere randomly on the battlefield, and it's something of interest, so we have to rush to get to it, and the person who holds that comet for a period of time is the winner.
I'm bringing a high mobility list with lots of I didn't know we were playing Comet, by the way, but I'm playing a lot of cavalry, some Fenrisian wolves, and some teleporting Terminators in. So I'm going to have some of the advantage of mobility in this, but it could fall anywhere. It could literally fall in Freak's lap. So
Yeah,
pretty
pretty much, or my head, yeah.
So
it's going to be challenging. I mean, fighting against an army that's going to be very high mobility. He's bringing, almost more than half of it is going to be his cavalry. Wow.
We're not going to hold you up too long, though. Let's take a look at our list and show you what we're bringing.
There it goes.
So what I'm bringing here is probably a whole list dedicated to low efficiency point models. I'm bringing a whole lot of cavalry, Terminators. What I've got here is my Wolf Lord Methos on Thunderwolf with Commander, my Shepherd baby. And that's going to be my brand new freshly painted Wolf Lord custom for my army. This is being escorted. This is an Outrider detachment, so he's got a secondary HQ. This is my Rune Priest with Jump Pack, and he's going to have his, of course, Runic Sword. He's going to have Living Lightning, and he's going to have Fury of the Wolf Spirits. I'm also spending, I've got one Wolf and Stone on my Wolf Lord here, and I've also got spending one command point to give the Armor of Rust to my Rune Priest here. In the Outrider detachment, I've also got a squad of Fenrisian Wolves with 7 regular wolves and 1 cyber wolf as my leader. I'm taking a 1 pack of cavalry with a Thunderhammer on the pack leader and 2 power fists, very similar. Another pack of cavalry with Thunderhammer and 3 power fists, and that makes up my Outrider. I've also got a Vanguard led by Arjak Rockfist with his Hammer and Shield Brothers. And since I had some extra points, I've got another Terminator with a Power Fist as well. Also in this Vanguard is a Redemptor Dreadnought with Macro Plasma Incinerator and Onslaught Gatling Cannon. I've got some Aggressors here with Bolt Storm Gauntlets. I've got a Razorback here with double Assault Cannons. And I've got a Sicaran with Las Cannon Sponsons, and I love the Sicaran battle tank. It is probably my favorite tank in all of 40K. So I've got some good mobility here, and we'll see if that'll be what I need to get and capture this Comet. Let's see what the Imperial Fist has.
Okay, guys. So for my Imperial Fist, I'm bringing 1752, about 2 points over, but we're okay with that. I am bringing a battalion detachment. I'm also taking a Vanguard detachment for my battalion. I am taking Captain Lysander, of course, and I'm also taking my very first Primaris Lieutenant. This is the first time. This is my first time I'm fielding him, or did we field him the last game that we played?
Last game.
Yeah, last game I saw him. So I'm taking him. I think he did really well. I'm also taking two squads of tacticals. One of them attacks is going to be taking the plasma gun. I am also taking a squad of scouts. Now these are not WYSIWYG. They're not taking sniper rifles. They're each going to have bolt guns. So I think they function way better than with having snipers. Also, along with that, I am taking a Hail Blaster squad, as you can see here, and along with that, I am taking my Land Raider. I'm not swapping it to the Crusader. I'm just going to go base Land Raider with the last cannons and the heavy bolter. You know, I think that's going to work out fine. I think we're going to need as much last cannon to the face before they can reach us, especially as mobile as those wolves are. And lastly, for this particular detachment, the Predator. Again, it's the 4 last cannons as well. Okay, and now for the Vanguard detachment, I am taking the Librarian on the bike, who was beautifully assembled and done up by our very own friend Max from Malaga War Games. A great guy. You can see a lot of detail and a chopped, decapitated wolf head right on the front fender well of that bad boy. I really like that one a lot. So hopefully we'll get more trophies like that in this game. Along with that, for this detachment, we're taking a squad of aggressors. My lovely aggressors, which I do love, and of course they are going to have their frag storm grenade launchers as well. They're all going to have their bolter gauntlets. And then of course my Relic Contemptor Dreadnought. This bad boy, he is taking with him the dual last cannons as well as Storm Bolter for his melee weapon along with the melee weapon. I'm also taking the Cyclone missile launchers to kind of help supplement some of that firepower. And then lastly, I am also taking my Terminator squad, led by Sergeant Richards, as you can see here, with a power sword. And this guy is definitely taking a auto assault cannon. So, and that is pretty much it. I'm also, along with that, by the way, I don't think I mentioned the relics, but I am going to take a relic, something new that I'm playing. Methos has actually been helping me with this. So for the Psyker on the bike, I'm going to go ahead and give him the armor of Arma Indominus. That way he can get a better, he'll last a little longer, and get him that extra save as well as the invuln. So we'll see how it works out. I'm hoping that with as much firepower as we have here, we'll be able to slow him down, if anything, to be able to, you know, stop him from running at us. I'm more concerned about what he's going to drop in on my back line, at least what he's going to attempt to do. But we'll see. We haven't done this in a long time, so we're going to be rusty as all heck. Total new tactics here. He's coming at me really aggressive, and I'm not sure where he's going to be coming from. So it's going to be a fun game, guys. Stay tuned.
So here's our deployment and our table set up. We got some terrain here. We've got our gorgeous urban mat from Urban Mats. Love their mats over there. Great quality. Love the colors and the vibrancy. And it really, even though we don't have our terrain game up to par yet, is already making our battlefield look more immersive. So go check them out at Urban Mats. But starting on this side, we've got my Razorback here with a double assault cannon. We've got my squad of 4 cavalry along with Wolf Lord Methos and the Rune Priest Ramza. We've got my Sicaran here aiming down the battlefield. We've got my we've got my Redemptor Dreadnought here with his macro plasma cannon. And we've got the squad of 3 cavalry over on that side. Underneath the terrain here, we've got the Fenrisian Wolves. Over on the Imperial 5th side.
Okay, guys, so for the Imperial 5th side, we've got a really similar setup, except that we don't have wolves. Anyway, so you can see here, starting from this side here on the left, we've got my aggressors accompanied by the Primaris Lieutenant. I think that might be a very good combination right next to the Land Raider. Further back, I've got a squad of tacticals, and also guarding the back line is my squad of Hellblasters. A little further up here, we're toning the line with my Terminators, Sergeant Richards in the front, and Lysander right next to them. A little further to the right here, got my Predator, and right next to the Predator, another squad of tacticals, accompanied by the high-speed, high-moving, fast-going Malaga War Games, Psyker and a Biker. And then right, last but not least, my Relic Contemptor Dreadnought with the twin last cannons. Just kind of watching for any shenanigans that we may be seeing here from the Wolf Brother. And that, my friends, is that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Not forgot my little scouts, right? With not snipers. Those are bolters, by the way. They look like snipers, but they are not snipers.
Is that missile launcher WYSIWYG?
Huh?
Is that missile launcher WYSIWYG?
No, everybody has bolters.
Cool.
Everybody's got bolters. So, yeah, so there you go. And once again, guys, the battle mat is amazing. And you got to go check them out, guys. Urban Mats. Urban Mats. If you can go to our Facebook page, you'll actually see a link to their website. It's one of the nicest mats that we've ever played. This is like our 4th game on this particular battle mat. You see it's more like an urban feel to it, kind of industrial. One of the cool things that I like about this is it's got the really high quality mouse padding, and it's really, really good. Not only that, but they send it to you in a very, very nice case. You roll that sucker up and you put it in that case, fits beautifully, so you can carry it around. So go check them out, guys. Their prices are amazing. They also have other stuff that you can get. They got terrain that you can buy from them. They're even getting into 3D printing terrain samples, or not samples, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Templates.
Yeah, the templates. Okay, they've got them in there, guys. So go check them out again. That's Urban Mats. They're amazing, amazing folks, and they're gonna hook you up and tell them that Wolf Brother Methos and the Freak sent you.
Alright guys, so pretty good, not an overwhelming turn 1. As I'm playing a lot of melee, a lot of my stuff...
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come.
Sorry. A lot of my stuff just moved up, so I shuffled everything forward. Only got a 1-inch advance here, but I wanted to keep everything tight. Clutch though, my Rune Priest did get off a good smite here, taking down a good chunk of the scouts here. We've got some leaderships to make in a little bit. But also, because I got off that spell, I did get cloaked by the storm, so all of my cavalry, my tanks, everything in 6 inches is going to get a -1 during his shooting phase, which I think is going to help me survive until I can get further up the table. So that's going to be really helpful.
So we should have 6 inches.
Huh?
What?
Between the... Actually, he saved all the hits from the assault cannons, which was pretty amazing.
That
I think
was
I did
pretty crazy.
One wound with that. But then the
it's a sicker.
accelerator autocannon came in and took out 2 of the aggressors, which was really helpful. Took 2 wounds off a land raider with the last cannons. And that was the end of this board. Over here, the Redemptor Dread moved up. And of course, hitting on a lesser profile since it moved. But I still managed to get clear out some of these tacticals. And my wolves got a nice 6-inch charge and moved nice and close up the board. So if I survive into the next turn, they are definitely going to be in range to get into some combat. So that is not a hugely productive turn 1, but I think limiting the aggressor's firepower and getting off my defensive bubble is really going to help me going into the Imperial Fist turn 1.
All right, guys, so not as productive as Methos' first turn, but still we got a lot done. Let me just go ahead and showcase this one move. My Land Raider just hit the living crap out of the Sikarin. All last cannons hit and wounded the Sikarin really, really well. We are down, we brought him down to 3 wounds left on that bad boy, which is fine. It's not dead yet, but we're trying to get there. That's all fine and dandy. At least we got that much. Now it doesn't compare with all of the dead bodies that Methos was able to take off the table on my side. But you know what? If I can take a lot out of that Sikarin, I am happy. So that means that it's just going to be that much less to take him out completely on my next round if I live and survive this turn. Okay. So going from from this side, this is where I started. My relic Redemptor shot off a couple shots towards the cavalry. Now here's the thing, before we started, the librarian went and was successful with Null Zone, which actually was able to drop their their involved, right, their storm shield, which allowed us to throw as much firepower as we could. it was a great tactic. The problem is that we were not able to really give a lot. We were able to do one wound, but that's about it. Between the Contemptor, the two tactical guys here, there really wasn't a whole lot that we were able to do. Okay, so with the Predator, we try to put the last cannons into the Redemptor, right? Redemptor Dreadnought, and really we couldn't do anything either.
2 wounds.
I'm sorry, 2 wounds, right? The bolters on the what do you call it? The Psyker on the bike. We didn't do a whole lot of damage there either. We tried with the assault cannon. I'm trying to remember. I don't think we did
one
anything.
wound off.
One wound off of the cavalry, but everything else we pretty much bombed. And so they look pretty. They look nice, but that's about it.
The toughness 5 on the cavalry versus the strength 4 on the bolters really helped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. And of course the my Hellblasters. You know they. We tried to throw some stuff over there after Redemptor. That Redemptor is one of the scariest, aside from that Sikarin. These two are kind of like the big hitters that I'm looking at coming up the lane. Aside from the major distractions that they are, which are cavalry, and I don't like them. Okay, so moving back over here, as you can see, I only had one leftover aggressor, and not a lot from the aggressor, not a lot from the lieutenant. My Land Raider was the star of the show in this turn. Did a great job taking down that Sikarin. I forgot to mention that my scouts did do their best to throw some bolter power up at the cavalry on this side, but a lot of deflection, no good. You know, this is going to be a very interesting, very tight game because Methos being very mobile, it's going to be very difficult to be able to deflect what's coming up next. So once he gets in my face, it's going to be a totally different game. So anyway, guys, we're going to Space Wolves turn 2.
Okay, so overall a really strong round for the Space Wolves. Not because I killed a lot, I killed a couple of things, but more because of where I'm positioned. So
You killed my morale.
That I did. I took out one more of his scouts with a smite. I shot down the way. I think I did no more damage to the Land Raider, but I did. What the hell are the autocannons?
You definitely got the.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I took out a few Hellblasters.
Yep, Hellblasters.
Even with its drop profile, dropped some more Hellblasters, which was pretty cool. And that is going to be, that's some good firepower to limit. So really pleased with that. We dropped one of the Terminators here, or 2 of the Terminators here, which again, really needed. And that was from the Assault Cannon here. So overall, just a good team effort over here. And a combination of that and the Macro Plasma Incinerator. So that was some good, but what I've done here is I've charged in the Contemptor. I did 10 wounds, so dropped it down to 2. So they've done some excellent work over there. Plus, that's 2 more last cannons that's not going to be shooting at me. And then over here, I failed my charge with my cavalry, but the Wolf Lord went in like a boss and did it himself. He took out the aggressor, consolidated into the Land Raider. By the way, we need to do your attacks against the Land Raider against him. But what that's done is limit those. That's 4 last cannons I've shut down. Plus over there, shut down 2 more last cannons. 6 last cannons that won't be shooting at me next turn. So that's going to be a real big help. So damage-wise, I've killed a few things, but positioning, I think I've really had a good, strong round here for the Space Wolves. Plus, by the next time we come back around to my turn, I haven't dropped my reserves yet. And next time it's my turn, will be when the Comet comes in. So let's see what kind of ground the Fist can gain in Imperial Fist turn 2.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, guys. Not a fun time for the Imperial Fist. I didn't expect it to. These cavalry are a pain in the rear. Although I did get to take down.
Killed a lot of them.
Yeah, I did. No, it's true. The Contemptor Dreadnought that was here whittled down 2 of the cavalry units that were here, so we were able to knock those down. And that's just with only 2 wounds left. But this guy was able to eat his face off and there's no more Contemptor Dreadnought. So good job on that one, Methos. Now we were able to cast null zone from the librarian or the Cyclone Biker against the remainder cavalry. We had a couple guys here. We were able to knock out a couple from there as well. I don't even remember from whom, because from the assault cannon from the Terminator. So, by the way, it was
Assault cannon and the storm bolters.
And the storm bolters, yeah, we were able to take down and drop them down to one guy left, which is really, really cool.
One guy who's already taken one wound.
Taking one wound, right? So down to one. Now, Lysander was able to make it into combat range with the Wolf Lord, and this is going to be really tough. He's already hit Lysander once. Lysander's down to 3 wounds. Lysander has to really do a whack-a-mole deal to be able to get him out, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We don't have a lot of big advantages. Now it's time for the Comet. None of these guys get anything here, but the way the Comet works is we have 5 quadrants, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are going to be in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and roll to see where that comet lands. We're going to bring this over here. So, all right, let's see where that sucker lands. And that's a 3. That's 1, 2, 3. It's going to be in that corner, right where the Sikrin is. So we're going to put this comet right here. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's in a bad position for the Imperial Fist. I don't think I'll have much to. I got to go through 2 tanks, even if I were able to take my my librarian on the bike, and not to mention that he still has reserves. Yeah, that's not gonna help me at all. So what we'll probably do is we'll probably resolve the rest of this fight on the top of turn 3 for the Space Wolves, and see if we have any Imperial Fist left alive. Because I think it's going to be pretty much a done deal. So, but anyway, it was a good game, but let's see what happens here at the top of turn 3.
All right, guys. So that was a really crazy turn for Space Wolf. So the Comet dropped over here, and basically I just made it really hard for him to win. I parked 8 wolves over here. I parked my tank over here. I parked a bunch of Terminators with storm shields over here. He has a whole wall of an army to get through to get to the objective. Meanwhile, though, in a slugfest, Lysander took out Wolf Lord, my Wolf Lord here. So
Yay!
yeah, definitely Kingslayer to Dorn over.
You can call him Dorn. I'm okay with that. Lysander definitely likes that.
In a match of the Psychers, though, I smited the Psycher on Biker off the table.
Yeah, we're mourning him.
So we traded HQs with each other. I wiped out his tacticals over here.
Yep.
I took the corner of the board with my aggressors. We dropped the Predator down to 5 hit points. So I definitely moved into a board control. It was really tempting to try and put the Terminator somewhere where they could get those hammers in combat. But strategy-wise, I think it was best to park them where it would make it hard for him to win. So I've got board control over here, board control on that corner.
Yeah,
there's still a lot of Imperial Fists over here.
Yep.
We'll see what they do with that going into his turn 3.
Okay, guys, really quick. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that we did what we did. The Imperial Fist actually stood up to these jokers. Lysander, like we said, murdered the what was it?
Grim Priest.
The wolf. See, wolf. Okay, did real good, but we also we ganged up on them with our with the Terminators. Okay, we annihilated them. That was good. We got them out of the way. There was a lot more that we did here. There was another that one cavalry guy,
Cavalry
right?
guy's
We
dead.
took him out as well. We had this little bout here. We did a back and forth. The Predator was able to bring a wound down from this cavalry unit, but he was able to retaliate and bring me down to 1 wound left on that. The only thing that I have really left
wound on the aggressors?
The wound on aggressors, right? I got 1 on here from the Hellblasters. The only thing that really is not really wounded and still carrying on, really, the Land Raider is doing pretty good, and so are my tactical squads along with the lieutenant. Aside from that, Lysander, he's only down to 2 wounds after a little scuffle with that cavalry fella that took him out. And then, of course, my Terminators, one of them only has down 1 wound. So here's the thing, guys. This is going to be really, really tough. The objective is way over there. You can see the line of this wall of defense to the objective. So, in essence, there's no way I feel... Yeah, that's the comment. There's no way I feel that we can, really... And let me show you logistically why that's not going to happen. We're going to try to go through this real quick, but the Land Raider has to go through these Termies as well as the Sicaran and the Razorback. Okay, and there are Fenrisian wolves in the back, and of course here the Predator is still locked in combat with this unit here. These aggressors are going to approach and they're going to probably make contact with my Hellblasters. Okay, it's going to take them, my tacticals, forever, including my lieutenant, to even make any headway to the objective, and then we still have this Redemptor, right? Redemptor Dreadnought guarding that side. So really, all we can do is we can try to do a little last-minute shooting, see what happens. But I think this is pretty much a win for the Space Wolves, mainly because of where the objective is currently at. If it were just a slugfest, I think it could go either way. But because it's not reachable, not from where we're standing.
All right, guys. So another crazy turn. So we wrapped up the Land Raider in combat here. We dropped it down to 5 wounds. Jack didn't make it, but he did get scuff some paint off of the Land Raider by throwing his hammer. We wiped out some Terminators over here with combined fire, mostly from the Macroplasma over there and the Accelerator Autocannon, which was pretty cool. The aggressors came over here and finished off the Hellblasters. And then, of course, the most hilarious part of all of this entire turn, though, was that in combat, this Predator backed up over the cavalry and killed it. So that was pretty hilarious.
He didn't hear the beep, did he?
He did not hear the beep. Beep, beep. So that is, I think, the most epic way of killing a cavalry character.
That's the freak way.
So that little guy's still...
I can't kill him if I shot him. I gotta roll him over.
That little guy's still hovering on 1 HP.
Yeah.
We did block off the Land Raider here to keep it from zooming over towards the objective. We do still have a bunch of stuff sitting on the objective. We do have Lysander over there that could be poised to come this way. But honestly, in 2 turns and him moving 5 inches a turn, I don't think even if he booked it every turn, he can make it to the objective.
There's no way. There's no way. Methos, this was a good game, brother.
This was a good game.
It was an excellent game. So we're going to recap here together. See you in a second.
All right, guys, so that was a pretty crazy game. Freak did go ahead and concede there at the end just because of the lack. Hi, Nina. Bye, Nina. Just because of the lack of his ability to get over and claim the objective. And like he mentioned earlier, in a straight up slugfest, this could still go either way. We could still pull away bodies all day, but at the end of the day, I'm the one sitting on the objective, unfortunately. So for him, it was just luck of the draw that it happened to land in my backyard. But either way, I mean, as far as the way the fighting goes, the fighting was straight up pretty like blood for blood, pound for pound the entire time.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty much the death of the Imperial Fist, and all of a sudden, man, they just like, oh, not today, Satan! And then, boom.
He really routed there halfway through the game, so that was pretty epic.
So, that was a heck of a game.
Anyways, so guys, another super casual, just 2 bros hanging out and having a good game. If you guys like this game, then grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below and let us know what you thought about today's battle report. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, then Freak and I would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist.
Come on,
guys.
Stay frosty.